I got used to being quiet, not peaceful, just quiet. And then you called me out of it. I stood where the light fell short, half in the room, half somewhere else. Let the song move past my skin, kept my real heart to myself. I knew the words on the screen, knew when the room would rise. But I had gone so far inward, I could barely hear my own mind. I wasn't loud in my breaking, I just disappeared in plain sight. Thought if I stayed down long enough, no one would ask if I was alright. Jesus, you called me out of the quiet, out of the place where I stopped trying, out of the hush that settled over everything alive in me. Jesus, you called me out of the quiet, wouldn't let the silence keep disguising what was wounded, what was waiting, what still needed air to breathe. Jesus, you called me out of the quiet. It wasn't some big holy moment, no thunder rolling through the room, just one line landing different, like it knew exactly what I'd lost. My throat unclenched a little, my hands forgot to stay down, and the ache I trained to act invisible started making an honest sound. Whoa. The room kept singing around me, but now I could feel it inside, like something buried under shutdown had finally started to rise. Jesus, you called me out of the quiet, out of the place where I stopped trying, out of the hush that settled over everything alive in me. Jesus, you called me out of the quiet, wouldn't let the silence keep disguising what was wounded, what was waiting, what still needed air to breathe. Jesus, you called me out of the quiet. Not with shame, not with pressure, not with why'd you stay gone so long, just a voice that knew my real name and kept reaching till I came. You met the part of me that had gone still to survive, and what I called protection was just a room without light. So when my voice came back, it didn't come back clean, it came back cracked and honest, and that was enough for you to me. Jesus, you called me out of the quiet, out of the numb and out of hiding, out of the place where I had almost made a home and shutting down. Jesus, you called me out of the quiet, and now the silence has stopped deciding what gets spoken, what gets lifted, what still gets healed in me now. Jesus, you call me out of the quiet. Oh, Jesus, you call me out of the quiet, and I can hear my own heart answering, not because the hurt is over, but because it isn't low now. Jesus, you called me out of the quiet. I thought being quiet was safe. You showed me it was only lonely, and you called me out.